Still waiting. Count getting up there. Goes underneath. Mara has it. Gungba fell down. Now up top it's Johnson. Into the paint. The floater over Boozer is good. And Michigan's out to a 4-0 start. As Caleb Foster brings it across left to right. A minute gone here in the opening half. Foster looks to the left. Sends it to Gungba. Now a handoff for Caleb. Over to the left, Evans. He drives into the paint this time to the rack. And he punches it down with two hands. And cuts the deficit at half.
Missed a couple threes, so let's go right to the rim next time.
Johnson for Lindeborg. Top of the key, drifts to the left, trying to feed it in the pocket, whips it to the right instead for Mara. He'll hand it off up top for Burnett. Spinning, works his way to the right sideline. Foster there defensively. The Blue Devils man-to-man as you would expect. A handoff up top for a Cadeau three. Rimmed off, and the rebound fought for. Evans able to save it for Foster. Here comes Duke streaming across midcourt, trailing by 2. Foster off of a screen set by Gungba. Back up top to Pat. He'll dribble to the right. Looking inside, nobody home. So sends it further to the right, and Cameron Boozer. Pick and pop. It's a handoff to Gungba to the left corner. Evans steps to the right. And the three wouldn't go. Boozer an offensive rebound. Tied up with Mara. The foul is called. They say it's on the floor. But that's the first on a dime Mara. And heady play by Cameron Boozer, knowing he had his arm wrapped around him. Just spin around until the whistle goes. Tried to get some free throws out of it as well, but they say the foul was on the floor. And now Foster to inbound right baseline, right side of the hoop. Waiting, looking inside, lobs it up top, and there's Patrick Gungba. Leave it for Dame Sarr. Over to the left, it's Boozer. A baseline drive on Mara, backs him down, bobbled it, send it up top for Sarr. 12 to shoot. He'll drive, scoop it to the corner. Boozer now, thought about a three. Into the corner, Sarr will launch over Mara. A rainbow that gives Duke the lead.
He loves that corner, and he puts Duke up 5-4.
Their first advantage of the ball game. 17.5 minutes to play until the break. On the left, Lindeborg trying to answer. Pump fakes, drives inside on Foster. Fouled, count it, and he'll have a chance for three as Caleb picks up his first.
Great shot fake enabled him to get a step for that drive and then able to finish through the Caleb contact.
And we see the implementation of one of those rule changes in the offseason. I don't think last year that would have been an and one, but this year they allow you to finish if you're making your move to the hoop. I like the rule change. Doesn't work to the Blue Devils' favor here. And Lindeborg at 83% will step to the line. First free throw for either side. And the right-handed free throw shooter averaging 14 and 8 this season. Left it short. The rebound for Cameron Boozer. Across midcourt comes Foster, trailing by 1. Works his way to the right. Looking to the left. Still that way. Sends it to Gung, the top of the key. Now to the right, Dame Sarr. Surveys the defense. Foul off the ball on who? It's Burnett chasing Boozer, I believe, and that'll be his first. So already a couple of fouls on either side, and it'll be Michigan inbounding right baseline left side of the hoop. And it'll be Isaiah Evans ready to inbound. Gets it in for Gungba. Defended by Gale off the bench. Over to left, Foster back for Gungba. That pass deflected, and Gale took it away. In transition with a headband on, lobs it up. Oh, went up for the dunk. Did Johnson caught it and then laid it off the window and in. So he's got 4 early, and it's 8-5. Inside Foster, right-handed scoop wouldn't go, but he's fouled and will shoot 2. And let's see who this is ticketed on. And it is on Merez Johnson Jr., and that's his first. And Caleb Foster will head to the line for the first time. Foster shooting free throws. Not at a great percentage, 55% on the year, and the right-handed free throw shooter. Knocks down the first as we remind you that Food Line is the proud sponsor of the Score to Get More campaign and proud to announce that a total of 30,000 meals have been donated this season to our local neighbors in need for free throws made by the Blue Devils during the regular season. Over 8 million meals and counting have been donated by Food Line Feeds through the Score to Get More campaign to local college pantries and food banks. Caleb knocks down a pair, and the Blue Devils are back within 1. Obviously, free throw shooting is going to be pivotal here in this ball game. Gale sends one up top. Johnson, a handoff and a 3 for Cadeau that wouldn't go. The rebound for Caleb Foster. Across midcourt, trying to retake the lead. 16:34 to play until the break. Into the corner, Evans again. And this time it's good. Such a pure shooter. And Duke is in front 10-8. Quickly other end, Lindeborg drove on Boozer, drew a foul, counted and 1. And Cameron Boozer picks up his first. And now Lindeborg already with 6, headed to the line as well.
And that's certainly something the Blue Devils want to avoid, and that's Michigan in transition, especially after a made field goal by the Blue Devils. Boy, they got that ball up quick and went to the rim.
Now Michigan at the line, tied at 10, looking to retake the lead. Lindeborg missed one earlier, trying to complete the three-point play. Hits it this time. So he's got 7 of the 11 for Michigan. And here comes Caleb Foster across midcourt. 16-18 to play till halftime. Send it to the right, Dame Sarr. Now up top, it's Boozer over to the left, and Caleb Foster off of a screen sent by Boozer. Sends it up top. Malik Brown out there for the first time. Works his way to the right, back to the left. Foster thought about a three. Into the corner, Boozer now. Plenty of time, 11 to shoot. Caleb has it again. Sends it up top. Cameron Boozer faces up with 7 and 6. On the drive, got it taken away. Somehow got it back. Fed it to Brown to throw it down. A fortuitous hop, and they're back in front. Michigan quickly down the floor, 12-11. Duke with the advantage, 15:49 to play till halftime. Lindeborg tried to go up top, deflected by Brown out of bounds. Brown wants the bench to challenge it. We'll see. Either way, we're headed to a timeout. 15:46 to play until the break. Duke in front, 12-11.
Down many ways, streets, and lanes all across America, you'll find Valero at your go-to gas station, volunteering with local charities, fueling communities 365 days a year, and generally being a good neighbor. So whether you're in Texas, Louisiana, or Tennessee, or right here in Durham, you can always depend on us getting you where you need to be, in life or on the road, right now.
College athletes are more than competitors. They're leaders, creators, and storytellers. Through True Blue TV, your business can work with top Duke NIL student athletes to build authentic content and real brand connections. From digital campaigns to social storytelling, True Blue TV helps create content that connects Duke student athletes and businesses like yours, creating partnerships that matter on and off the field. Work with Duke NIL athletes. Build your brand. Partner with True Blue TV today at truebluetv.com.
And we are back in our nation's capital with the Blue Devils leading by 1, 12-11. 15:46 to play in our opening half. David Shoemate alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer, back inside our network studios, is Trip Hurd. And, of course, Duke basketball is brought to you in part by SiriusXM Satellite Radio. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the SiriusXM app. We appreciate those of you listening to us tonight on SiriusXM Satellite Radio, Channel 84. And, of course, on the Varsity Network app and your local affiliates across the state and stretching in to both Tennessee and South Carolina. Great to have everybody along for the ride here tonight. We knew this was going to be a hotly contested game. Points in the paint, something to keep an eye on. Michigan, the slight edge there. John Roth, you pointed out rebounding in our pregame show. Duke with the 5-1 edge there. I know it's very early, but already 2 offensive rebounds for the Blue Devils as well.
Yeah, they've only missed 3 shots, and they've gotten the second chance opportunity on both of those misses, so that's a good sign for the Blue Devils. And Michigan, no offensive rebounds yet on their 2 missed shots, so something that the Blue Devils want to keep in mind is just creating as many opportunities as you can against a team that puts up 90 points a game. You need to have as many opportunities as you can.
Duke, of course, facing the number 1 team in the country in the AP poll for the 33rd time. They've won 10 of the previous 32. 2 of the last 3 versus number 1. We all remember the last time it was out in the desert when Duke beat Gonzaga 84-81 in Mike Krzyzewski's final season. They've won 6 of their last 11 versus number 1 and 5 straight when Duke is ranked in the top 5. That's crazy.
The crazy thing is that there's so many of those games, because it just shows you what's year in and year out. Duke's one of those teams. We know that, but yeah.
And twice in Duke's history, they faced Michigan when Michigan was number 1. The 2 teams have split the meetings. Both of them actually were played in Cameron. In 1992, number 4 Duke won 79-68. That was December of 92, the following year after the title. The other was in 1964. Michigan won that one 86-79.
That 92 December game is one of my all-time favorite games in Cameron Indoor Stadium. We're not going to digress into that right now, but what a day Bobby Hurley had to quiet the Fab Five that day after they had talked so much, really not respecting Duke winning and beating him in the national championship. They kept talking, and Bobby Hurley quieted them at Cameron Indoor with a huge performance that December when they met again.
And obviously Michigan's an elite team, but it is notable for those that keep track of those sorts of things. Michigan is favored here tonight. It's not often the Blue Devils get to play the role of the underdog, and Quinn Cook might say that's never the case.
That's true.
Michigan with it out of the timeout. Works his way to the right. Cadeau sends it for Lindeborg. He's had a hot start. He adds to it. Hits a three. He's already into double figures. And Michigan's back in front, 14-12, 4.5 minutes in. As we see Caden Boozer out there for the first time, the freshman out of Miami alongside Cameron Boozer, Malik Brown, Evans, and Sarr. Evans waits. Up top it comes for Caden Boozer. Whip it to the right of Malik Brown. Looking back door, it's not there. Lobs it to the left. Evans again. Plenty of time, 10 to shoot. A screen from Boozer. Got inside to the right. Brown. He'll take a three. Rimmed off. Good looking stroke though. Malik this year just hasn't hit his threes. 3 of 21 now, but you know he's capable. 5 minutes in, Duke trails it by 2. In the right corner, it's Kaysen who knocks one down for Michigan. His 28th three of the season. The sophomore out of Lakeland, Florida. And quickly, Michigan's up by 5. They've scored the last 6.
Back-to-back three-point possessions.
Caden Boozer with it now. Fed it to Cameron. Goes inside. A hop step off the window and in. Cameron Boozer with his first field goal. His first points of the ball game. And it's 17-14. As Michigan goes inside, Lindeborg underneath. Off the window and in. These two teams scoring at will. He's got 12 and Michigan leads 19-14. Still 14.5 minutes to play until the break.
Michigan with quite the balance. Paint points and three-pointers.
There's Caden at the top of the key. Drifts to the left, drives. Fed it to Dame Sarr. Waits, dribbles up top, bounced one for Malik Brown. They sag off of him. Malik faces up on Mara, sends it to the right. Boozer a three. Offline right. The rebound for Mara inside. Long hit ahead for Lindeborg. Deflected by Boozer. Out of bounds. Last touch by Cameron Boozer. It'll stay with the Wolverines.
But good hustle by Cam Boozer to break up a fast break transition situation for the Wolverines.
As we see Nicholas Hamenya for the first time, the freshman out of Los Angeles. He'll relieve Isaiah Evans. Michigan torching the Nets early. They're 8 of 10 with 7 assists already. The Blue Devils 5 of 10 with 5 assists. 1 on each of their makes. Off the inbound Mara, a handoff for Kaysen. Trying to turn the corner on Dame Sarr. Got into the paint, the floater missed badly. They fight for the rebound, out of bounds. They say last touch by the Blue Devils. Brown thought Mara touched it last. We'll see if the Blue Devils challenge. John Shire looking behind his bench to see if they want to challenge this. I think they will. From our vantage point, it looked like Mara touched it last. And they will.
3 Blue Devils came up signaling, you need to challenge this, coach. And he checked with his guy behind the bench, and looks like he will.
And the officials will head to the monitor to take a peek. And while they do that, we remind you to check out Duke All Access with head coach Sean Shire Sundays at noon on ABC 11. And don't forget the ABC 11 mobile app is your ticket to Duke basketball highlights and the latest from the First Alert forecast. Just tap the app and make it your own from ABC 11 Eyewitness News. So we'll take a peek. Obviously critical, you have to win it, because if you do win it, you get your timeout back and your challenge back. The timeout not as important because you have to use one in the first half anyway. But that challenge certainly is, and as we look at a couple of replays, I don't think there's any doubt that Mara touched it on the way out. John Rolfe?
No question. Malik did touch it, but after that, Mara got his hand all over that ball and went out of bounds right after that. So it looks like this is a clear cut. Shouldn't take too long.
They're talking about it over at the scorers table, our 3 officials. We'll see if they're going to change the call. The Blue Devils have been good on the offense and just trying to find a stop right now.
Yeah, Michigan, as you said, 8 out of 10.
Here's the announcement.
After review, it was determined that the ball last touched Michigan before going out of bounds. It'll be Duke's ball in the baseline with 14:02 and 30 on the shot clock.
So you win the challenge, which means you get to keep it. You have 1 more, and you get to keep your timeout. As Cameron Boozer, the freshman out of Miami, the front runner to be the player of the year, is out there with his brother Caden. Malik Brown, we told you, the senior out of Culpeper, Virginia, Hamenya, and Sarr. And it's Caden who brings it across midcourt. Waits, bounces one for Cameron Boozer, top of the key. Faces up on Lindeborg, comes off with a screen set by Brown. Mara has him on a switch. He drives him, goes inside, takes the contact, fouled, and he'll shoot 2, and that's 2 on a dime Mara here early. With 13:46 to play in our opening half, we'll see what Dusty May does. Looks like he's going to take him out, and Johnson's going to come back in.
Mara certainly a shot-blocking threat with over 70 on the year, ready to stand in there and challenge Cam Boozer's dry, but also got the body.
First free throw for Cameron Boozer is good. So he's got 3. As Foster returns, the junior out of Harrisburg, North Carolina, Mara will have his seats. So mark it 13:46 to play in the half. That is a huge rim protector that goes to the bench for the Wolverines. And now Boozer's second free throw, trying to cut it to 3. Got them both. 76.8% on the year. 19-16. Duke trailing here, 13:42 to play in our opening half. Lindeborg sends one over to the right, and Gale looking inside. Johnson catches in front of Brown. Brown reaching in, knocked it loose, picked his pocket. A theft for Malik Brown, and here comes Caleb Foster. Left to right, top of the key, gets closer into the paint, got it knocked away, but it came to Cameron Boozer on the right side. Goes inside to the left. Foster thought about a 3. Instead, he'll drive, bounce it for Brown. Back to the left, and Foster, plenty of time, 14 to shoot. Looking inside, it's not there. Crossing over, sends it to the right, and Cameron Boozer, 10 on the timer. Cameron gonna drive case and spin to the middle, whip it outside. Foster 3. We are tied.
Caleb from the right wing nails it, 19 all.
7 minutes in. As across midcourt comes Gale. The Blue Devils 3 of 8 from outside early. Michigan 2 for 4. McKinney off the bench, sends it to the left baseline. Back and down Johnson on Boozer. Into the chest, spins to the baseline, puts it off the window and in. Perez Johnson's up to 4, and Michigan's back in front, 21-19. 12:38 to play until the break. Caden Boozer works his way across midcourt, spins up top, sends it to Brown. Waiting, still waiting, to the left, Haminya. Defended by Kaysen. Waits, up top Foster, just hit a 3, steps to the left, hits again! And this time he gives Duke the lead.
Back-to-back threes for Caleb Foster, 22-21.
12:14 to play in the half. In the left corner, it's Gale, a baseline drive on Brown, left the scoop short. The rebound for Johnson, falling down, tapped it out, deflected by Haminya. Now everybody to the deck, and we get a tie-up, or what? A travel. They say Lindeborg had possession, rolled over. It's a turnover for Michigan, their 3rd. Duke has made 6 of their last 8 from the field. Michigan shooting 75%, but somehow the Blue Devils have the lead. 22-21, and here's Foster across midcourt. Already with 8. A bounce pass up top, finds Brown. Waits, bounces it back for Foster. He'll turn the corner on Lindeborg, get to the rim, scoop it up, miss it. Coming out of bounds, the rebound knocked out by Haminya, I believe. Yep, it'll be Michigan basketball. Wow. What a start here in D.C. 11:50 to play till halftime. Duke 22 and Michigan 21.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on a new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
This is Duke basketball from Learfield.
Duke fans don't just watch the game, they live it. Sitting in traffic on the way to the game might sound boring. The pregame rituals, post-win celebrations, and everything in between is nothing but brilliant. That's why PNC is proud to be a sponsor of Duke Athletics and support their devoted fans. Because keeping your finances boring allows you to make exciting memories full of all the things that make game day feel like game day. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. Member FDIC.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Back here in D.C., 11:50 to play till halftime. Duke by 1, 22-21. Our scores, to remind you, the Blue Devil basketball is brought to you in part by Harris Teeter. Harris Teeter, where Blue Devil fans shop for groceries. David Schumann alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer engineer, back inside our network studios, is Trip Hurd. This is a Michigan team that does so many things well defensively. I mentioned they're the most efficient defensive team in the country, according to Ken Palm, who does a lot of advanced analytics. But John Roth, they're also averaging better than 90 points a game. That's fourth in the country. They're second in the country in scoring margin. They shoot better than 51% from the field. They shoot better than 36% from three. They had 13 threes in that win against Purdue. Similar to how we talk about the Blue Devils. I mean, I know I talk about turnovers early, but you're kind of scratching around trying to find a weakness. This is a very good Michigan team.
Yeah, and they haven't shown you a whole lot of weaknesses. Even in the close games they've had, the one loss they had, they haven't really, showed a lot of vulnerability out there in any particular area. I think one thing is a couple of their closer games, they haven't done as well on the offensive glass, and so if the Blue Devils can kind of make a mark in that contest, maybe they can certainly get the opportunity to attack Michigan in that area. But yeah, they do so much. You mentioned their field goal percentage. I mean, they're top 10 in the country in shooting. I mean, and obviously number in the top 5 in scoring. So they're doing a bit of everything. They get to the free throw line. They make their threes. Yeah, it's kind of hard to pick your poison when you're playing them. Kind of like we've often said about playing some of the really good Duke teams. What are you going to take away? Because you're going to give up something else if you take something good away.
Big reason why they've won 11 in a row. They're off to their best start in program history at 25-1, and at 15-1 in the Big Ten, that's the best start of any team in Big Ten history. So that just speaks to how good they have been. But the Blue Devils off to a good start here. A little more than 8 minutes gone. They have the lead 22-21, shooting 54%, 7 assists on 7 makes from the field. And their leading assist man, Cameron Boozer, who averages 3.9 a game, he's already got 4. On the right, Kaysen sends it up top. Lindeborg already with 12 points, trying to drive Hamenya, cut off. Bounces one to the baseline, and Johnson one-on-one with Gongba. Backs him down to the left block. Dribbles out of it, 10 to shoot. Up top, Kaysen again. Off of the screen, drifts to the left, got inside on Gongba, spins, steps through again, got it blocked. They fight for the rebound. Foster has it. Gongba the rejection. They stream across midcourt. His 31st block of the season. A chance to add to a 1-point lead. Gongba looks to the right, now dribbles to the left. Holds it high. Still waiting, looking inside, nobody home. Over to the left, and Caden Boozer. Caden on the drive, into the paint, righty scoop. He got it blocked. And now Michigan wants to run. Across midcourt, it's McKinney. Leave it for Kaysen. Wild scoop. No, but he's fouled. And that's 2, I believe, on Caleb Foster. We'll wait for confirmation. Yep, that is the case. And for Michigan headed back to the free throw line, where they're 1 of 2 here tonight, trailing by 1. And it'll be L.J. Kaysen, the sophomore guard out of Lakeland, Florida. 13 against Purdue. Had a career-high 18 against Northwestern. He's been in double figures in 4 of their last 5 games. And the first free throw here is too strong. Now, 73% on the year.
Interesting for Duke's lineup offensively, that last trip down, looking for them to get something done after getting that ball, but they didn't have either of their top 2 scorers on the floor at that moment. Both Cam Boozer and Isaiah Evans were both on the bench, so you wonder where you're going to go. Look to for scoring. Obviously, Caden Boozer found a nice drive down the lane, but now Evans has come back out on the floor.
Yeah, Kaysen missed a pair, and Foster has a seed with 11 minutes to play in the half with those 2 fouls early. So it'll be Caden Boozer to initiate the offense. Bounce it to Evans along the left sideline. Looking inside, there's Gongba. One-on-one with Johnson. Backs him down at the left elbow. Puts the shoulder into him. Dribbles out of it. Brings it all the way up top with 12 to shoot. Spins back to the baseline on the drive. Got raked out of his hands. Kaysen got a hand on him. It's Lindenborg the other way. A bounce pass to the right for a 3 from McKinney. Too strong. Long rebound. Gongba trying to save it. He was being tackled on the way over. And Michigan might want to challenge this as Cheddar and Gongba were trying to come after the basketball. I thought Gongba may have touched it last on the way out of bounds. We'll see if the Michigan bench decides to challenge this.
We had a pretty good view of it. It sort of looked like it from here, but
with 10.5 minutes to play until the break. Well, they're still waiting. And it looks like Michigan may not challenge.
Given the opportunity, they're
given a lot of time. And that time is over. So the Blue Devils will have it with this 1-point lead. 22-21. Good hustle play by Gongba there. Going after the loose basketball. Hamenya up top. Cameron Boozer back out there now. Over to the left. Caden has it. Swings it on Cadeau. Back up top. Gongba. Looks inside. Oh, Hamenya wide open, hesitates, goes up and lays it in. Thought for a moment he might have missed his opportunity, but he builds the lead to 3.
Blue Devils looking for cutters on the offensive end. That time it was Hamenya.
Midway point of the opening half, Duke up 24-21. Into the right corner, Lindeborg a 3. Offline right, air ball in fact. Too strong, and Evans out of there with it. Here's Caden Boozer across midcourt. Dribbles to the left. Waits, gets some space to the right. Evans, top of the key, jumps up, and the long 2 is short, and the rebound for Johnson. So Blue Devils 4-10 from outside now. Meanwhile, Michigan hasn't scored in nearly 3 minutes. They shovel one up top for Cadeau. Whip it to the right. Lindeborg again. Good again from 3. He's up to 15 already. And Michigan is tied at 24.
Lindeborg 6 out of 7 shooting in this contest so far.
Caden Boozer bounces one up top for Hamenya. Waits. A couple of jab steps. Dribbles to the left. Gets a screen from Gongba. Room to shoot if he wants to. Instead, back up top for Caden Boozer. Now to the right, it's Isaiah Evans. Between the legs with a dribble. 7 and 6. Jumps up again. This one's offline left, and the rebound inside for Johnson. So Isaiah 1 of 5 from 3 to start. Does have a couple of rebounds, though. Michigan with it tied at 24. 9:07 to play in the half. Lindeborg, a left baseline drive. Step back, can't shoot over Evans. Now Johnson at the left elbow. Dribbles over to the right. Whipped it into the arms of McKinney, I should say. Not sure he was ready for it. He drives, knocked loose by Caden Boozer. Rises up inside anyway and rattles it home for 2. Trey McKinney with his first points, in Michigan has taken the lead 26-24 with 8:47 to play till halftime. Caden Boozer across midcourt. Sarr and Brown waiting to check in. Evans bounces one to the right. Gongba has it now. Faces up on Johnson. Half the shot clock is gone. Looking inside, nobody home. One dribble and a handoff for Hamenya. 10 to shoot. Works his way to the left. Evans trying to get free. Pushed off, and the foul is called. And that'll be 2 on Isaiah Evans with 8:29 to play till halftime.
That was pretty obvious. Isaiah pushing off to get some space to get that reception, pushing off his old North Carolina rival, Elliot Cadeau.
So 5 fouls on the Blue Devils, but unfortunately their starting backcourt each has 2. And Evans to the bench alongside Foster. So it'll be Nicholas Hamenya, Dame Sarr, the freshman out of Oderzo, Italy, Malik Brown, Caden Boozer, and Cameron Boozer. And Michigan in possession, having scored the last 5. Cadeau across midcourt. Lobs it to the right. Cheddar thought about a 3, couldn't shoot over Boozer. Then he walked, took an extra step, trying to come up top. A 4th Michigan turnover, and Duke will have it back.
Yeah, neither of these teams make many mistakes, obviously, but that was a good one for Michigan.
And now Cameron and Caden will bring it across midcourt. Caden greeted by Trey McKinney. Works his way to the right off the screen from his brother. Lobs it back to him. Now he'll drive McKinney into the paint. A couple of dribbles, got all the way inside. Put it off the window and scored. A little bully ball. He's up to 6. And we're tied at 26. 7:55 to play until the break. On the right, McKinney nearly knocked loose by Brown. Able to hold on. Cadeau has it now. Back up top, McKinney. Over to the left and Cheddar. Mara's back out there, by the way, with 2 fouls. They get it to him in the paint. Waits, sends it to the left. McKinney, a little head fake. Drifts to the baseline. Boozer has him. Shot clock's down to 7 and 6. Jumps up for 3. Too strong in the long rebound chased down by Cameron Boozer. So here come the Blue Devils. 7.5 minutes to play until the break. A chance to retake the lead. Cameron lobs it for Malik Brown up top. Waits, looks to the right, sends it to the left, and Dame Sarr. Sarr holding. Cadeau there defensively. Now Hamenya has it. On the dribble, into the paint, lob it to the right. Brown up top, Sarr. He'll take the 3. Short. Oh, man, Hamenya got tackled by Mara. There's a foul called, or was it Cheddar? We'll see. Who's the foul on? It's on Mara, and that's his 3rd. He tackled Hamenya, nothing the officials could do, but that is a significant moment here with 7:08 to play till halftime. We step aside in D.C., tied at 26.
Hey, I'm Coach John Shire with Duke Men's Basketball. For our team, preparation starts long before tip-off. Every practice, every play, and every recovery matters. If a player is injured, they need expert care fast. That's why we count on Duke Orthopedics for quick access to world-class care, and you can too. From Cameron and North to locations throughout the Triangle, they have experts to help keep you in the game. Don't let pain bench you. Duke Orthopedics is ready when you are.
Orthopedic appointments within 48 hours. Duke Health is ready when you are. Visit DukeHealth48.com to schedule an orthopedic appointment.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Are you ready to show your Duke pride wherever you go? Visit shop.duke.edu, your one-stop online store for all things Duke. From the latest apparel to must-have accessories, Duke University Stores has it all. Whether you're a student, alumni, or fan, shop.duke.edu has something for everyone. Get your hands on exclusive Duke gear today. Shop conveniently online at shop.duke.edu, where real Duke fans shop.
Back inside the Learfield Network studios, Duke and Michigan knotted up at 26 apiece in Washington, D.C. Before we send you back to Capital One Arena, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Defended by Kaysen. Waits up top, Foster just hit a three, steps to the left, hits again, and this time he gives Duke the lead.
Back-to-back threes for Caleb Foster, 22-21. Those threes by Caleb a couple of moments ago to give the Blue Devils the 22-21 lead, and now we are a few minutes forward from there. It's 26 all, 7:08 to go in the first half. Caleb Foster is Duke's leading scorer in this contest. Those two threes and a couple of free throws give him 8 points. Cam Boozer with 6 and Isaiah Evans with 5. Overall, the Blue Devils hitting just under 50%. They're 9 out of 19 from the floor. They are 4 out of 11 from the three-point line. On the Michigan side, they've hit 11 out of 18 so far, 61%. They're 3 out of 8 from the three-point line. Lindeborg with 15 points. He's hit 6 out of 7 himself. He's got 15 of their 26, and he certainly has been their leader thus far. Rebounding, Blue Devils hold a slight edge at 11-8, and turnovers, the Blue Devils have one fewer than Michigan. It's 4-3. Points in the paint, dead even at 10 apiece with 7:08 to go in this first half, just like the score is dead even at 26 apiece.
And Blue Devil basketball is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. You just heard from John Roth. David Schumate alongside John Rose, our producer and engineer, back inside our network studios. Trip Hurd. As the Blue Devils will be in possession, pivotal foul a moment ago. Adai Morris, 7'3", young man out of Spain, just picked up his third with 7:08 to play in the half. There haven't been any fouls in this game, 5 on either side, but they've been on key guys. Mara has 3 for Michigan, and Evans and Foster each with 2 for the Blue Devils. Haminya to inbound, left baseline, left side of the hoop. Gets it in for Cameron Boozer. On the left side of the paint, backing down on Lindeborg. Up top it goes for Dame Sarr. Now a bounce pass in for Boozer. Knocked loose and stolen by Michigan. Blue Devils turn it over for a 4th time. And here's Lindeborg, who shovels one over to the left in Cadeau. We go under 7 minutes to play in the half. Cadeau works it over to the right. A jab step from Lindeborg. Dame Sarr there defensively. Now back up top for Cadeau. Lindeborg again on the right. A 3. This one wouldn't go. And the rebound for Caleb Foster. Just his second miss from the field. Here comes Foster across midcourt looking for the lead. In on Johnson, into the paint, back outside for Brown, now to the left and Boozer. Back to the right, Foster. Already with 2 threes, steps closer, can't hit the jumper, and the rebound for Michigan. So still tied at 26, 6:20 to play in the half. Cadeau sends it over to the right, and Burnett who gets a touch. Now back to the left and Cadeau playing catch. He'll take a 3 up top. That's short, and the rebound for Haminya. Duke has done a nice job on the boards. Michigan only with 1 offensive rebound. Here's Caleb on the drive. Got inside on Burnett. Thought better of it. Up top and Boozer. He'll drive. Got a step on Lindeborg. Oh! Went for the punch. Drew a foul. And he'll shoot 2. Couldn't get the dunk. Touched his forehead like he got hit on the head. And Lindeborg just picked up his first.
Yeah, went for a power move that time to try to finish. And he did get hit across the forehead by a forearm as he tried to finish that shot.
He's asking Cameron Boozer, I should say, if they want to go take a peek, because he got hit in the head, the officials, I think, are going to say no, that it was a basketball play and just 2 free throws here.
Explaining that to Coach John Shire at the moment as well.
And the first attempt is too strong. The Blue Devils' first miss at the line. They'll have one more, a chance to retake the lead. He's already got 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. See if he can knock down the second one. Spins it, a dribble, sends it on the way, and that one's good. So 27-26, that snaps the Blue Devils' 2-minute scoring drought. Michigan's closing in on 3 minutes yet again. They've had a couple of those here in the first half. Here's Cadeau on the left, send it to the right, Lindeborg. Now back to the left and Cadeau, off of a screen set by Johnson. Nothing doing. Cadeau between the legs, back up top Johnson. Over to the right, Lindeborg. He's almost been the entirety of the offense. Underhand scoop for Cadeau. Dribbles to the right, to the baseline it goes for Gale. Trying to step through, got his pocket picked by Hamenya, then a foul on Michigan. And that's going to be on Johnson reaching in. How about the activity from Nicholas Hamenya? And he'll walk to the other end to shoot 1 and 1.
Nick has had some good sequences in this game. Earlier, it was his dive to the floor for a loose ball that got the Blue Devils a turnover, and right there, just taking the ball away on an inside move by the Wolverines, and now going to the line.
And Johnson just grabbed him trying to get it back, and now Hamenya better than 70%, 24-34 on the year. This is a 1-and-1 opportunity. Trying to add to this 1-point lead. And the right-handed free throw shooter, too strong. They fight for the rebound, and Michigan's got it. So still a 1-point advantage, 27-26 with 5.5 minutes to play until the break. Cadeau, a handoff for Gale. Sends it up top, Johnson staying out there with those 2 fouls. Here's Cadeau, whipped it back to Johnson and on Boozer, and he dunked it down. You could see Cameron Boozer being very cognizant not to pick up his second. The Michigan faithful love it. They're back in front, 28-27.
Yeah, Cam went straight up and kept his arms vertical and did not lean over and try to hit him, and so played it cleanly.
Now we come across midcourt, and Cadeau is hobbled. He turned his ankle in that game against Purdue, came back into the ball game, looked to be okay, but now he's headed to the bench, and it looks like they're looking at his left arm. And you hope that he's okay. No foul was called. It was well away from the play inside. Not quite sure what happened, but he appears to be in quite a bit of pain over there. I mean, you wonder maybe did he dislocate a finger or something like that. That's normally the rate, you know what I mean, John?
Right, yeah.
That much pain.
Kind of watch their trainer try it out and see how he's treating him, and yeah.
Meanwhile, the Blue Devils in possession, trailing by 1. 5:06 to play till halftime. 28-27 our score. Here's Caleb Foster, back up top, Cameron Boozer. Now back to the left, Caleb. Lob it inside for Gungbo. One-on-one with Cheddar at the left block. Backs him down, bobbled it, goes to work again. Steps through and scores. Gungba's on the board, and Duke has the lead. 29-28, 4:47 to play in the half.
That's his first shot attempt of the day, and it was a good one.
The Blue Devils got to take advantage inside right now with Mara on the bench with 3 fouls. The 7-3 guy for Michigan. Meanwhile, at the other end, a 3 for Burnett rattled out. Offensive rebound, though. Gale came in to get it. And now a fresh 20 for the Wolverines. Burnett on the drive, cut off, spins at the top of the key, sends it to the right. Lindeborg into the paint, got airborne, kicked it back up top. On the drive this time, it's Kaysen, high off the window and in. LJ Kaysen's up to 5, and Michigan's back in front, 30-29, with 4:15 to play in the half. Caleb Foster across midcourt. Waits, looks to the left, feeds it to Cameron Boozer. Now to the right, and Dame Sarr. He wants to drive into the paint, whistle, and a foul off the ball on Michigan. Stop what would have been an easy layup for Dame Sarr. We'll see who the foul is on. I think it's on Cheddar with a hold. The graduate student, yep, that's his first. 8th team foul, and now it's Gungba's turn to shoot the 1-and-1. Pat's a good free throw shooter, 68.9%. As we see Malik Brown return. The Blue Devils 5 of 7 at the line, but one of those misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Michigan 1 for 4.
And Elliot Cadeau having a brace wrap applied to his left arm over on the Michigan bench.
Gungba short on the front end of the 1-and-1. So it's really like 4 missed free throws if you think about those trips with Hamenya and Gungba. And now Michigan has it again. Still in front, 30-29 as we're under 4 minutes to play in the half. Kaysen sends it to the right. Burnett, couple of jab steps, sends it back up top. Kaysen catches it low, works his way to the left. Hamenya defending, 9 to shoot, trying to drive him, can't get by. Backpedal, 7-6, tries again, goes inside, knocked loose by Brown. It came back to him and he laid it in. Kaysen, the friendly hop, he's up to 7, and Michigan leads by 3, 32-29 with 3.5 minutes to play until the break. And here's Caleb Foster across midcourt. Blue Devils 10 of 21 from the field. And leaving some points at the charity stripe. Here's Foster, left side of the paint, got inside. The floater rimmed off. And the rebound for Lindeborg. And here comes Michigan across midcourt, leading by 3. All the way in. Lindeborg, wild scoop. No, but he's fouled and will shoot 2. And this time the foul will be on Gungba, and that's his first. Timeout on the floor, 3:11 to play till halftime. The Blue Devils trail it 32-29.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
This is the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
Think about the last time you moved. Remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at Two Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care and will prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable. We can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at twomenandatruck.com.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Back inside the Learfield Network studios, Duke trailing Michigan 32-29. Coming up at the halftime break, ACC updates for you. One other game in progress out west with Cal and Stanford meeting in Berkeley. We'll also check in on the top 25. We've got 5th-ranked UConn on the road. A good one in Baton Rouge with number 25 Alabama and LSU as well. We're going to update you on those and more coming up. But first, let's wrap up this first half in Washington, D.C. with Duke in Michigan. Here's David Shoemate.
All right, Tripp, thank you very much. 3:11 to play in our opening half. The Blue Devils trail by 3, 32-29. And don't forget that the FanDuel Sports Network is your home for your home teams. Watch all the big hits, big shots, big goals, all in one place. For coverage of Blue Devils athletics, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Charlotte Hornets, visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com today and watch all season long. Well, the Blue Devils have been really balanced in terms of scoring. Foster leads the way with 8. He's hit a couple of threes. Cameron Boozer has 7. Isaiah Evans has 5. 4 other guys have scored. Brown, Hamenya, and Gungba each with 2, and Dame Sarr has hit a 3. Meanwhile, Michigan, it's been loaded in the paint, and perhaps not shocking. Lindeborg has 15. Johnson has 6. That's 21 of the 32. Lindeborg, Johnson, and Mara account for 45% of their scoring and more than half of their rebounding. Now, Mara has been saddled with foul trouble, hasn't played much here in the first half, dealing with 3 fouls. Meanwhile, the Blue Devils' backcourt is nursing some foul difficulty as well. 2 each for Caleb Foster and Isaiah Evans. And most recently, it was Patrick Gungba who picked up his first, and that's going to send Lindeborg, the one-man wrecking crew, to the free throw line for Michigan. He's already surpassed his season average. We told you he's gone for 20 or more 4 times this year. Last year at UAB, he had 26 double-doubles. That led Division I. He's only got 6 of them this year, but off to a hot start here tonight, and his first free throw is good.
And I guess, though, career-wise, when you throw in UAB, 51 for his career, number one active player in Division I.
One more free throw for him, and he missed it. And Hamenya's got the rebound. This does equal Michigan out one shot, their biggest lead. At 4, the Blue Devils have led by as many as 3. 33-29. Here's Cameron Boozer on the drive. Steps into the paint. The defender fell down. He flipped it up. No. On the deck, Lindeborg. It came to Hamenya on the rebound, who put it back up and in. Nicholas has been everywhere, and he brings the Blue Devils back within 2.
He's just sticking his nose everywhere he can to come up with a ball.
33-31. 2:42 to play in the half. On the left, it's Gale. Send it back up top, Kaysen. Drifts to the right. Dame Sarr there defensively. He fights over a screen to Cheddar on the right. He'll launch. No. The rebound for Gungba. So Michigan just 3 of 12 from outside, and now a chance to tie or go back in front. Here's Caden Boozer. Back up top, Gungba. Looking inside for Cameron Boozer. Threw it away. Kaysen cut in front and took it away. Just too tall on the pass. Just their 5th turnover. Kaysen at the other end. Crossed over. He bobbled it. Had to reset. We approach 2 minutes to play in the half. Kaysen looking for Cheddar. It's not there. Backpedals all the way out to midcourt. And working the shot clock now. It's down to 10. Drifts to the top of the key. Now it's down to 7. He's out near the logo. 6 and 5. Crossover on Gungba. Backpedals. Knock loose. They go to the deck. 2 to shoot. Out of bounds. Last touch by Michigan. Gungba on the floor creating a turnover.
He and Hamenya celebrating their hustle plays here in this first half. They're getting it done, hitting the floor, getting possessions for the Blue Devils.
Fresh troops back in for Michigan, including Elliot Cadeau, who was wearing a pretty heavy brace on his left arm while he was on the bench. That's off, though, and he looks to be okay after he leave earlier. As Caden Boozer brings it across midcourt. Another chance to tie or go back in front. Crossing over on Cadeau. Fed it to the baseline, and Boozer. Man, he towers over the defender, Gale. Goes inside, lost it on the way in, and they say it was touched by Michigan on the way over the backboard. And Michigan thinks they want to challenge this. They're holding play here while they look. And no decision yet. Looks like we're ready to go. Duke will keep it with 16 to shoot. Caden to get it in. Still waiting. Lobs it for Gungba. We approach 90 seconds to play in the half. Duke down by 2. Dame Sarr with it now up top. Dribbles to the right, bounces one for Caden Boozer. Cameron trying to get position. He's got it on Gale at the right block. He towers over and backs him down. 2 to shoot, spins, goes up, off the window and in. And the game is tied. 33 apiece, 1:17 to play in the half.
And just beat the shot clock. What a move.
Cadeau with it for the Wolverines. Sends it to the right. Burnett now. Comes off of a screen. Sends it to the left and Cadeau back for Burnett. Trying to penetrate on Boozer, cannot. Spins to the right. Nearly lost it. Got it to the baseline. Lindeborg. One-on-one with Hamenya. 9 to shoot. Waits, steps, floats. Left it short. Gungba the rebound. Into the final minute of the opening half. Tied at 33. Caden Boozer across midcourt. They send it for Gungba. Looking inside. It's not there. To the left, Hamenya. Waits, feeds Dame Sarr, left side of the paint, steps through a triple team. They go to the deck, he saved it to Hamenya. Now it's Gungba up top, back to the left, Hamenya, a ball fake! Oh, the 3 wouldn't go. And the rebound for Lindeborg. You'll love the jump shot, though.
Oh, boy.
At the other end, Michigan thought about an early one with McKinney, but now they'll hold on to it with the shot clock off. Tied at 33, everything we expected here in our nation's capital. 12 seconds to play in the half. Everybody on their feet. Lindeborg on the right, one-on-one with Boozer. 6 seconds to play in the half. A scoop and a Burnett 3. No! The rebound fought for. Gungba's got it. Knocked down. Foul on Michigan. And with 0.8 of a second, Pat will shoot 1-and-1, trying to give Duke the lead.
Gungba battling for a rebound underneath after the Michigan miss and just got knocked to the floor. So Gungba have a chance to make the 13th lead change in this first half. Unbelievable half.
And not a smart play by McKinney.
Not at
90
all.
feet from the hoop, just knocked him down. And this will be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Patrick Gungba with 0.8 of a second to play in the half on the 9th team foul on the Wolverines. Gungba missed the front end of a 1-and-1 a moment ago. Can the right-handed free throw shooter knock this one down? On the way, good this time. The sophomore out of Manassas, Virginia has 3. And Duke likely will have the lead at halftime. See if he can knock down a pair. Second one on the way. Got them both. 35-33. Michigan gets it into Cadeau, and that'll take us to intermission. A highly entertaining opening 20 minutes here in Washington, D.C. Cameron Boozer, 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. Caleb Foster added 8. And the Blue Devils out-rebound Michigan 18-14. They score the final 6 of the opening half, and they'll take a 2-point lead to intermission. 35-33 our score at the break. When we come back, we'll send you to our network studios and a check of the scoreboard with Trip Hurd. He'll also give you all the first half highlights, and then John will be back with a look at the first half stats. After 20 minutes here in D.C., it's Duke 35 and Michigan 33.
Sick of gray, gloomy winter hibernation? At Kohl's, you can make spring come early with colorful accents that brighten up your home, like vibrant cookware and decor, cozy bedding and towels. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members save 15% on home purchases. So shop Kohl's Home Refresh and move on to spring. The weather will catch up eventually. Select styles. Offer ends March 1st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
For the latest in news, notes, and special content, head to GoDuke.com. This is the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overby Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overby Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overby Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbymarine.com. Overby Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
On the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the Blue Devil Halftime Report. Coming up, we'll break down the game's first 20 minutes, update scores from the ACC in the top 25, and preview the second half. The Blue Devil Halftime Report starts now.
The Blue Devils with the lead in Washington, D.C. They're up 35-33 over Michigan and Capital One Arena at the halftime break. Let's go back through some of the big plays from that first 20 minutes. Duke in a 0-4 hole out of the gate. Isaiah Evans with a couple of missed threes early on, so he decided to attack the rim to get Duke onto the board.
Over to the left, Evans. He drives into the paint this time to the rack, and he punches it down with 2 hands and cuts the deficit at half.
Missed a couple threes, so let's go right to the rim next time.
Slow start from behind the arc for Evans. He was 0 for 4, but he found the range here to give Duke the lead.
Across midcourt, trying to retake the lead. 16:34 to play until the break. Into the corner, Evans again. And this time it's good. Such a pure shooter. And Duke is in front 10-8.
Evans with some big buckets there early on, and some of the big games and the big moments this season. Caleb Foster's really stepped up for the Blue Devils, and he was able to do it again here in the first half.
Cameron going to drive case and spin to the middle, whip it outside. Foster 3. We are tied.
Caleb from the right wing nails it, 19 all.
Defended by Kaysen. Waits up top, Foster. Just hit a three. Steps to the left. Hits again. And this time he gives Duke the lead.
Back-to-back threes for Caleb Foster, 22-21.
And later in the half, after a slow start to the game for Patrick Gongba, he's making his impact felt on both ends of the court.
Cameron Boozer now back to the left. Caleb. Lob it inside for Gongba. One-on-one with Cheddar at the left block. Backs him down. Bobbled it. Goes to work again. Steps through and scores. Gongba's on the board, and Duke has the lead. 29-28. 4:47 to play in the half. Backpedals. Knock loose. They go to the deck. 2 to shoot. Out of bounds. Last touch by Michigan. Gongba on the floor creating a turnover.
He and Amenya celebrating their hustle plays here in this first half. They're getting it done, hitting the floor, getting possessions for the Blue Devils.
Back and forth we go in D.C. Duke down 2, and they turn to Cameron Boozer late in the first half.
Cameron trying to get position. He's got it on Gale at the right block. He towers over and backs him down. 2 to shoot. Spins, goes up, off the window and in. And the game is tied. 33 apiece, 1:17 to play in the half.
Boozer tied it there at 33 apiece. A pair of free throws from Patrick Gongba gives Duke a 35-33 advantage at the halftime break. We'll take a break here, come back, and check on scores from the ACC and Top 25. You're listening to Duke Basketball from Learfield.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown Bar District.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up, home. Drop off downtown Bar District.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Huh. Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
Breaking news. Multiply the Cash Scratch-Offs are here and have $1 billion in total prizes. Mike's live on the scene.
The word is out, and with so much cash up for grabs, everyone's getting in on this $1 billion. Grandma?
Out of my way, Mikey. Granny's on a roll.
You heard it here first, folks. Get in on $1 billion of wins with new Multiply the Cash from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning are 1 in 3.01 to 4.82. Problem gambling helpline, 877-718-5543.
Duke plays here.
Flying in, reverses it, up and in for 2.
This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
It's bow time.
Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977.
It's bow time.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear. Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Duke University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Duke University and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Duke University.
Trip Hurd with you back inside the Learfield Network studios. Duke on top 35-33 at the halftime break. Quick look at scores. We've got one other game in progress in the ACC. Cal on top of Stanford and Berkeley 53-43. They've got 10 and a half minutes left to play there. And one other final that came through as we went on the air. SMU took care of business at home over Boston College, 94-70. The final there. B.J. Edwards with 15 points to lead the Mustangs. Over in the top 25, one other game in progress. Number 25, Alabama on top of LSU 67-54. 11 minutes remaining to play there. And fifth-ranked UConn goes on to win on the road at Villanova 73-63. the final there. We'll take another break, come back, and John Roth's going to have the first half stats for you. You're listening to Duke Basketball from Learfield.
At Reed's Jewelers, we know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. So don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design. Because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Blue Devil Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
Down many ways, streets, and lanes all across America, you'll find Valero at your go-to gas station, volunteering with local charities, fueling communities 365 days a year, and generally being a good neighbor. So whether you're in Texas, Louisiana, or Tennessee, or right here in Durham, you can always depend on us getting you where you need to be, in life or on the road, right now.
This is Blue Devil Basketball from Learfield.
Duke fans don't just watch the game, they live it. Sitting in traffic on the way to the game might sound boring. The pregame rituals, post-win celebrations, and everything in between is nothing but brilliant. That's why PNC is proud to be a sponsor of Duke Athletics and support their devoted fans. Because keeping your finances boring allows you to make exciting memories full of all the things that make game day feel like game day. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. Member FDIC.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Back at Capital One Arena, Washington, D.C., Duke on top of Michigan at the half, 35-33, courtesy of a 6-0 finish to that first half, including 2 free throws by Patrick Gungba with 0.8 of a second on the clock to give the Blue Devils the 2-point lead. Cam Boozer, Duke's leading scorer in the half with 9 points, and Caleb Foster with 8 overall. Duke shot 46% from the floor, 12 out of 26, and they were 4 out of 12 from three-point range. On the Michigan side, Lindeborg, far and away their leader, 16 points on 6 out of 9 shooting, including a couple of threes. And then 7 points for Kaysen and 6 for Johnson. They're shooting 52% from the floor thus far at 14 out of 27. They're just 3 out of 13 from three-point range. Blue Devils doing a solid job on the boards. They've out-rebounded Michigan 18-14 so far. Both teams about in the same boat turnover-wise. Michigan's committed 6 and Duke's committed 5. However, the Blue Devils have done a lot more with those turnovers. They've outscored Michigan 9-2 in points off turnovers. Michigan has a slight lead on points in the paint at 16-14. So we've had 5 ties and 13 lead changes in that first half. A great second half here to come, and we'll have it for you when we continue in just a moment. You are listening to Duke Basketball from Learfield.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on a new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
FanDuel Sports Network is your new home for your home teams.
That's what I'm talking about!
Watch all the big hits.
Oh, mercy!
Big shots.
What a name!
Big goals.
He scores!
All in one place.
Are you kidding me?
For coverage of Blue Devils athletics, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Charlotte Hornets, visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com today and watch all season long.
This is Duke Basketball from Learfield.
Think about the last time you moved. Remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at Two Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care and will prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable. We can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at twomenandatruck.com.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Off we go to the second half in our nation's capital, the Capital Showcase featuring number 3 Duke and number 1 Michigan. And right now the Blue Devils have the lead 35-33. So welcome back to our perch here on the mezzanine level opposite the Blue Devils bench here inside Capital One Arena. David Schumate alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer engineer, back inside our network studios is Trip Hurd. Duke's leading scorer in that first half, no surprise, Cameron Boozer. Really no surprise for Michigan either. Boozer had 9. And Yaxel Lindeborg finished with 16. He's the only one in double figures for either side. Foul trouble, a part of the storyline as well. Most notably for Michigan, Adai Mara, their 7'3" center, only played 6 minutes in the first half. He picked up 3 fouls in that first half, only had 2 points. But the Blue Devils had to deal with it in the backcourt. Their 2 starters, Caleb Foster and Isaiah Evans, each with 2. Evans, Duke's second leading scorer at 15 points a game, only played 8 minutes. So both teams have had to deal with that to some extent. We'll see how it plays out in the second half as we'll watch the Blue Devils go right to left as we see things here opposite the Duke bench. And we'll likely see the starters back out there, including that sophomore out of Fayetteville, Isaiah Evans. That's been averaging 17 a game in ACC play. That's the 10th best mark in the conference. 5 so far here tonight. He's already taken 5 threes, made 1 of them. The Blue Devils as a team, 33% from 3, 4 out of 12. Michigan only 3 of 13. And because the Wolverines won the opening tap and there were no tie-ups, Duke will have it first as we begin the second half. The starters back out there, Foster, Evans, Sarr, Boozer, Cameron Boozer, and Patrick Ungba. Meanwhile, Michigan will send their starters back. No, a little tweak to their lineup, I should say. Elliot Cadeau is out there. We also see Roddy Gale out there alongside Namari Burnett, Yaxel Lindeborg, and Merez Johnson. So no Adai Mara to start the second half for Michigan. He's on the bench. I guess just with those 3 fouls, Dusty May wanted to make sure he doesn't pick one up early is one thing I can figure out.
So Michigan going with a slightly smaller lineup. Their main lineup's a pretty big lineup. This one's just slightly smaller.
As Gungba hands it to Caleb Foster. Caleb drifts over to the right, leading by 2. Gungba looking back door. It's not there for Evans. Isaiah chases over a couple of screens. Gungba still looking to the left. Hands it off for Cameron Boozer. He sets a screen back inside Gungba. Catches on Lindeborg. Dribbles through some traffic. Triple teamed, went up. Drew a foul, and he'll shoot 2. There's a little bit of a hot potato action inside, to be honest, for Gungba. But Burnett picks up his second, and Gungba will head right back to the line, trying to add to this 2-point advantage. I remind you that Food Line is the presenting sponsor of the Score to Get More campaign. I'm proud to announce that a total of 30,000 meals have been donated this season to our local neighbors in need for free throws made by the Blue Devils during the regular season. Over 8 million meals and counting have been donated by Food Line Feeds through the Score to Get More campaign to local college pantries and food banks. Gungba no good on the first. He'll have 1 more. Trying to equal the Blue Devils' largest lead of 3. That was when it was 24-21. And the second attempt is good. So the Blue Devils are now 8 of 12 at the line, 67%. Meanwhile, Gungba checks out immediately, favoring that left wrist that he injured in the game against Carolina. Did not play against Pittsburgh. So immediately Brown comes back into the ballgame. Back to the free throw storyline. Michigan 2 out of 6 at the line in the first half. So we'll keep an eye on Gungba on the bench. Over to the left, it's Cadeau. Curling. Sarr grabbed him, and the foul is called. That's the first on Dame Sarr. So So Michigan will inbound left sideline. Gongba at the end of the bench. Jose Fonseca working with him, the trainer for the Blue Devils. Obviously, they need him with all the size that Michigan brings to the table. Lindeborg for the Wolverines. Had 16 at halftime. Sends it to Cadeau. In the pocket, Johnson steps through. Got it knocked loose. Got it back. Goes up. Missed it. The rebound tapped out. Dame Sarr fights for it. He's got it. And now he'll wait for help. Leave it for Caleb Foster. 36-33, the Duke advantage with 19:08 to play here in the ballgame. Foster dribbles to the left. Bounces one for Malik Brown at the top of the key. Malik holds it high. Waits, looks to the right, trying to whip it to the corner. Deflected on the way by Gale. It goes out of bounds and will stay with Duke with 15 to shoot.
Looking for Isaiah Evans down in that corner right in front of the Duke bench.
And it'll be Dame Sarr to inbound in front of his own bench, just off the baseline along the right sideline. Waits, gets it in for Malik Brown, and now up top it comes for Caleb Foster, and now Cameron Boozer. Out near the logo with 10 to shoot. Lindeborg there defensively. Boozer drifts to the right between the legs with a dribble. Sizing it up. Gale has him now into the paint. Dumped it off. Oh, Sarr wide open, and he laid it in. Everyone got enamored with Boozer. He found Sarr, and the lead grows to 5. His 5th assist of the ball game. 18:34 to go. 38-33. Here's Brown all over Lindeborg. Faces up, 17 feet out on the right, trying to drive him. Spins inside, takes the bump, and he'll shoot 2 as Brown has picked up his first foul. And it'll be Lindeborg to the line, where in the first half he was 2 out of 4.
But back to that offensive possession, what great timing by Cameron Boozer to run that clock down. He got the ball at the top of the key with 7 seconds left. He made a pass, and Sarr able to score with just 1 second left on the clock down at the end.
As Lindeborg knocks down the first free throw. A graduate student out of New Jersey. Chance to cut this deficit to 3 with his second opportunity. On the way. Got them both. So it's 38-35. Duke in front, 18:24 to go. Here's Caleb Foster across midcourt, right to left. Greeted by Roddy Gale. Wade sends it up top for Cameron Boozer. Cameron on the drive, got into the paint, steps to Lindeborg, bobbled it, got it back. Now he needs help. Back up top, Evans. Plenty of time, 14 to shoot. Isaiah on the drive, goes in on Cadeau, got it blocked. Johnson rejected it out to the right sideline. Plenty of time, still 10 to shoot.
Just the second block shot of this game for this Michigan team that does block a lot of shots.
Yeah, Mara is more than 70. Tied for 3rd in the country beginning of the night. Meanwhile, here's Boozer off the inbound. A screen from Brown to the right. Thought about a 3 instead, to the left. It's Evans. He will launch and knock it down. His second 3 of the game. He's got 8. And this is Duke's biggest lead. 41-35, 17:48 to go. Cadeau with it for Michigan. For Johnson. Holds it high. Dribbles to the left. A handoff for Burnett. A couple of jab steps on Foster. Won't shoot. Drives inside. Waits. Slid the pivot foot. Foul called. Looked like maybe he traveled. Instead, Foster picks up number 3. And that's already 3 on the Blue Devils here in the second half. And 17:36 to go. Foster will stay out there as they inbound it for Lindeborg. Faces up on Cameron Boozer. Lindeborg lobs it to the left. Cadeau now. A touch pass into the arms of Roddy Gale. Gale back to the left, and Lindeborg. 10 to shoot. Lindeborg picked up his dribble, fed it to the baseline. Johnson, one-on-one with Boozer. 7 and 6 on the timer. Steps into the paint, forced it up, missed it. The rebound fought for. Brown's got it. An underhand scoop for Isaiah Evans in transition. Sizing it up into the paint. Kicks to the left. Foster into the corner. Evans again. No. Weak side rebound. Johnson for Michigan. So it's still 41-35. Duke in front with 17 minutes to go. Lindeborg a drive, and we get a whistle and a foul on Boozer on reaching, I believe, and that'll be his second. And already 4 on the team here since halftime.
Yeah, we've just played 3 minutes.
So that is certainly something to keep an eye on. As Michigan will inbound, right baseline, left side of the hoop. Cadeau lobs it into the right corner, Lindeborg. Now up top, Burnett. Sends it further up top for Johnson. His 3 is good. So Merez Johnson knocks it down from outside. Just his 6th 3 of the season. And it brings Michigan back within 3. 41-38 with 16:48 to go. Foster waiting. Sends it up top for Malik Brown. Sends it further to the left now on Isaiah Evans. Whistle and a foul off the ball inside. This time it's Michigan. And it's Godot, and that's his first. And a sarcastic cheer from the Duke faithful. It's the second foul on the Wolverines here in the second half. Evans to inbound, left baseline, right side of the hoop. Lobs it in for Cameron Boozer at the free throw line. Sizing it up on Lindeborg. A jab step. Looks to the right. Feeds it outside for Isaiah Evans. 12 to shoot. Isaiah lobs it back to Cameron Boozer. A touch pass to the right corner. And Foster couldn't hit the three. Lindeborg the rebound. And here comes Michigan across midcourt, trailing by 3. 16:20 to go. Lindeborg sets the feet, launches, can't hit a 3. They fight for the rebound, out of bounds. Last touch by Michigan. Well, the two teams settling for some jump shots here in the second half. 5 of the 9 attempts from the field have been from outside, and each team has only made 1.
I would expect when Duke comes back down, going up against a half-court defense with their half-court offense, they're going to make a concerted effort to get Cam Boozer the ball and get some paint touches.
Not shocking, really, on either end. It's hard to score against these two teams inside. Here's Brown. Holds it high, waits, sends it back for Dame Sarr. Whips one inside, there is Boozer. Has position, goes up, got it blocked. It came to Brown, missed the layup. Boozer trying to get the rebound, it's out of bounds, and Foster touched it last. Don Shire livid asking for a foul, there was no whistle. Timeout on the floor, 15:57 to go. Duke leads at 41-38.
Sick of gray, gloomy winter hibernation? At Kohl's, you can make spring come early with colorful accents that brighten up your home, like vibrant cookware and decor, cozy bedding and towels. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members save 15% on home purchases. So shop Kohl's Home Refresh and move on to spring. The weather will catch up eventually. Select styles. Offer ends March 1st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
Back here in D.C., where the Blue Devils have a 3-point lead, 41-38. David Schmidt alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer, back inside our network studios, is Trip Hurd. Well, don't forget to check out the latest edition of the Fast Break with head coach John Shire. We got one more to go. We're going to do it from the floor of Cameron Indoor Stadium. Going to come your way Friday night, March 6th. We don't have the time yet. We'll let you know as soon as we do. We'll be with you throughout the season. You can catch the show live on WRAL News Plus, 96.5 FM in Durham, 99.3 FM in Raleigh, and on the Buzz, 620 AM, 104.5 FM, and across the entire Blue Devil Sports Network. One of our special shows we do for the Crazies the night before the meeting with Carolina inside Cameron Indoor Stadium. 2 weeks from tonight, there's only 4 games left for the Blue Devils in ACC play. It was kind of a topsy-turvy day in the league. Clemson has now lost 4 in a row. They lost at home to Florida State, and don't look now. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Florida State was 85th in the net to start the day, winning at Clemson. The Blue Devils might be looking at another quad 1 win if Florida State can get into the top 75. SMU was 31st. They won today, as Tripp told you. So we'll see. Maybe you can get a couple quad 1 wins, including this one here against Michigan. But Duke has Notre Dame on Tuesday night on the road. That'll be a 7 o'clock tip, and then back home to take on Virginia on Saturday at noon before heading to Raleigh on Monday night and closing the season with the Tar Heels. What I can tell you is the Blue Devils will be no worse than the 7 seed right now in the ACC tournament. And a win on Tuesday night against Notre Dame will clinch the double bye. And as we approach 8 o'clock here on the East Coast, 10 seconds for station identification. This is Duke basketball from Learfield. Just to finish the point on the ACC race with Virginia beating Miami today. If the Blue Devils win it against Notre Dame, that game against Virginia can't clinch the outright regular season title, but can clinch the 1 seed at home next weekend. Michigan with it out of the timeout. 15:47 to go. The Blue Devils with the lead, 41-38. Up off the bench, L.J. Kaysen has it along the left sideline. Looking to send it up top. Cadeau now. Further to the right. Into the arms of Roddy Gale. Inside, Adai Mara back into the ball game. His first appearance in the second half goes up on Boozer and flips it in. You see the advantage of that 7-3 frame, and he brings Michigan back within 1. He's got 4 now.
Yeah, just his second shot of this game.
Foster across midcourt. Greeted by Kaysen. Sends it to the left and Brown. Looking inside, nothing doing. Waits, still waiting. Dribbles to the right. Whips it to the corner and Evans. A jab step and a drive. Got inside, got airborne, needs some help. Sends it up top for Brown. Back for Evans. 6 and 5 to shoot. To the left it's Sarr. 4 on the timer. On the drive. Got it on Mara. Went for the punch. Got the dunk blocked, and then the foul on the rebounding action will go against Duke. If it's on Foster, it's 4. Instead, it's on Boozer, but that's 3. So Cameron Boozer and Caleb Foster now with 3. Something to keep an eye on with 15:01 to go. As Sarr went for the punch, we get another peek. And just couldn't finish right at the rim over Morrow. Let's see if there was any contact. That looked like a pretty clean block up top. So Michigan has it trailing by 1. We go under 15 minutes to play. Cadeau to the top of the key. Looks to the left. Mara again. Left side of the paint. Here comes a double team. Whipped it up top. Kaysen now to the right. The 3 on the way from Lindeborg. Wouldn't go. They fight for the rebound. Cameron Boozer has it. Outlet pass for Dame Sarr. Now to left. It's Evans. Long 2. Short. Boozer got the offensive rebound. Back up top. It's Foster. On the drive. Right to the rack. He lays it in. He's into double figures, and the lead grows back to 3. 43-40. 14:25 to go. Cadeau spinning on Foster. Drives, kicks to the right. Kaysen. A baseline drive on Evans. Put the shoulder into him. Nothing doing. Sends it back up top in Mara. And now over to the right it goes in Kaysen. Off of a screen. Kaysen driving. Kicks to the left. Cadeau a deep 3 over Foster. No, the rebound for Cameron Boozer. And now they'll slow it down. Nope, Foster speeds across midcourt. Trying to add to a 43-40 lead. Caleb off of a screen set by Cameron Boozer. To the free throw line. Back outside for Cameron. Waits. Michigan's gone zone 2-3. Boozer backs it down. Kaysen at the left elbow, at the right elbow, excuse me. Sizing it up, found a cutter in Gungba. In on Mara, steps through, got it blocked, got his own rebound. Waits, still knocked loose, and then knocked it off of Kaysen. It'll stay with Duke before to shoot. Heady play by Gungba to save the possession, and with 13:43 to go, Duke will have it, still leading by 3.
Excellent opportunity that time with Gungba getting the ball down low, but couldn't quite get the finish, but did save it. So the Blue Devils now have it with 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Here's Foster to inbound. Right baseline, right side of the hoop. Mara to contest. And we're ready. Foster bounces it in for Gungba. 3 to shoot. Jumps up. Can't hit. Weak side rebound. Foster. A fresh 20. Out it goes for Boozer. To the right. Evans. Can't hit a 3. Hamenya got pushed on the rebounding action. It'll stay on this end of the floor. And I think it's McKinney who picks up number 2. Third foul on Michigan here in the second half. Duke has been whistled for 5, and with 13:33 to go, a fresh 20 along the left baseline, and that's all. Nicholas Hamenya just being active on the glass, and he drew the foul.
And we've just seen him involved in so many key plays in this contest. Not always with the ball in his hands, but certainly he's around the ball.
Foster to inbound again. Bounces one for Gungba. Caught it underneath. Flipped it up and in. All in one motion. He's got 7. And the lead is 5. 45-40. 13:25 to go. Kaysen for Michigan on the drive. Whipped at the left. The 3 ball for McKinney wouldn't go. Offensive rebound, though, and able to lay it in is Gale. So Michigan, one of their rare second chance opportunities. And it brings them back within 3, 45-42 with 13:08 to go.
Yeah, they've made just 2 baskets on second chance opportunities in this game.
Foster lobs one to the right and Gungba. Waits, looks back door, not there for Boozer. Puts it on the deck, hands it to Evans. Isaiah again. Can't hit a 3. They fight for the rebound. Boozer somehow found it. Out for Foster. His defender airborne. Goes inside, backpedals. The Blue Devils dominating on the offensive glass. Inside it goes Cameron Boozer. Spin move, got inside, got fouled. Counted! And a chance for 3. Boozer spinning his way to the hoop. And the foul on Gale will be his first. 11 now for Cameron Boozer to go along with 7 rebounds and 7 assists.
And what a spin he made on Gale to give himself an avenue to the basket that time. What a move.
And Boozer in that first half, 3 of 4 at the line. We are officially on triple-double watch. And the right-handed free throw shooter sends it on the way. Too strong. Well, didn't get on the second off. Thought he might. So the Blue Devils now 8 of 13 at the line, but they lead by 5, 47-42 with 12:39 to go. Kaysen across midcourt for the Wolverines. Defended by Dame Sarr. Lobs it to the right. Mara catches in front of Gungba. Waits, looking to the left, spins back to the right, hands it to Kaysen. He wants to drive Dame Sarr, can't get by, 10 to shoot, back for Mara. One-on-one with Gumba, flips it to the corner. Lindeboard, can't do anything with it. Into the corner it goes Kaysen, 3 to shoot, off of a screen, gonna have to fire, launches over Boozer. Missed it, the rebound tip. Michigan got it back, maybe, out of bounds. Nope, McKinney couldn't save it. Crashing into the television broadcast crew courtside. Looks like he's okay, thankfully. And with 12:11 to go, Duke will have it back, leading by 5, 47-42 with 12:11 left in the ballgame.
Jay Bill is taking the charge over there at midcourt. Okay.
And Michigan wants to look at something here. And the officials have declared this the under 12 media timeout. So we're going to take a break. 12:11 to go. Duke by 5, 47-42.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown bar district.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up home. Drop off downtown bar district.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Huh. Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overbee Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overbee Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overbee Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbeemarine.com. Overbee Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Here in D.C., 12:11 to go. Duke by 5, 47-42. Blue Devil basketball is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola. Passionate fans and an ice cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. Well, the officials have gone to the monitor. They announced before we went to break that what they're looking at is a potential for a hook and hold. We're not quite sure where. It may have been an action that Mara and Gungbo were tied up. So this is not technically a challenge. It's what's called an appeal. You can appeal this. You still would lose the timeout, but it doesn't affect their challenge availability. And the officials have taken a long look, and now they've walked away from the scorer's table to have a discussion to see if they're going to adjudicate anything further.
Well, no question, Mara and Gungbo were all hooked up in there in the lane that time with entwined arms, shall we say.
And the conversation continues in front of the scorer's table. Roger Ayers, Paul Sales, and Mike Reed, our officiating crew here tonight. They've walked to the scorer's table like they're going to add something, and we'll see what it is. And we'll see by the head coach's reaction what they think of this. John Shire doesn't seem thrilled. So I'd imagine it's going against the Blue Devils. We think it might be on Gungbo. But we'll wait and see. And the Blue Devils would have been in possession, but if they call this a flagrant foul, that's 2 shots and the ball for Michigan. And we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but we'll see.
After review, it was determined that there was no flagrant 1 foul for hook and hold on the play. Michigan loses their appeal and will be charged a 30-second timeout as a result. This is not a challenge. They retain their right to challenge moving forward in this game.
I mentioned how I love being wrong. And by the way, if you're wondering, because the reason he said it doesn't affect their challenges, yes, they lose their appeal. As long as you have a timeout, you can appeal. So there's an infinite number of those. But now Michigan is down to 2 timeouts the rest of the way, and the Blue Devils will be in possession, leading by 5. And we could see kind of the arms got tied up, John Roth, but nothing. The clamp is what you're looking for in a hook and hold on Gungba, and I just don't think that element was there.
It's look kind of similar to things we see about every other possession.
So here's Caden Boozer out there with his brother Cameron, Patrick Gungba, Nicholas Hamenya, and Dame Sarr. They send it to the left, and Cameron Boozer on the drive, traveled first. And a turnover will be the 6th on the Blue Devils. So Michigan will have it back, trailing by 5. Neither team shooting the ball particularly well here in the second half. Blue Devils 5 of 16, 31.3%. Michigan 3 out of 10. Over to the left it goes, and Trey McKinney. Now up top, Kaysen. Drifts to the right. Sends it to the left, Mara. One-on-one with Gungba. Handoff for Kaysen. 12 to shoot. Kaysen on a double team. Flipped one inside for Johnson. One-on-one with Boozer. Goes up and scores. And now we get a whistle as Mara got dumped on the rebounding action. Gungba grabbing and rubbing his head. I don't think a foul was called. And the bucket good for Johnson. Takes him into double figures. He's got 11. You think these two teams want this? I mean, this has been a physical affair in the paint. 47-44, Duke by 3, 11 and a half minutes to go. Gungba waits, hands it off for Caden Boozer. Drives into the paint, the lob to Gungba! And he dunks it down with 2 hands. He's got 9. The lead back to 5.
And he can be as physical as anyone.
Mara for Michigan, 11:15 to go. Case on the drive, got by Sarr, scooped it off for Lindenborg. Oh, Boozer a block, and he saved it to Hamenya, but then they throw it away. Johnson with a theft. Here's Kaysen into the paint, stepped through, flipped it up. No, the rebound for Caden Boozer. And now they'll slow it down. 11 minutes to go, leading by 5. Caden with it up top. Defended by Kaysen. Let's go Duke is the chant here in Washington, D.C. It's Gungba for 3. No, the rebound inside for Johnson. We've seen him make that up top so many times. With 10:39 to go, though, Michigan back in possession, only down 5. Kaysen lobs it to the left corner. Lindenborg wide open. Rimmed off, though. The rebound for Hamenya. Michigan now just 4 of 20 from outside.
We saw him making that earlier in this game, but not now.
This after they went 13 of 23 in West Lafayette earlier this week against Purdue. Caden Boozer with it now. Top of the key. Drifts to the right. Waits, sends it to Dame Sarr. Looking inside for Cameron Boozer. Still waiting. Tried to feed him. Couldn't. McKinney took it away. The head coach of the Blue Devils just rubs his head, and then Sarr picks up a foul. Probably a frustration foul as much as anything, as McKinney was crossing midcourt. It is team foul number 6, though. It sends Michigan into the bonus the rest of the way with still 10:05 to go. Kind of the double whammy there. You turn it over, and you commit the foul. And here's Cadeau. Midway point of the second half, Duke by 5, 49-44. McKinney looking inside. Mara and Gungba wrestling. So McKinney drives Caden Boozer. Got some space, put it up, missed the jumper. The rebound for Hamenya. The defense has been really good since halftime. Michigan only has 11 points in the second stanza. Here's Gungba looking to the right. There's Cameron Boozer. He wants a screen. Gungba gives it to him. Cameron on the drive to the baseline, trying to feed it in the pocket for Gungba. Now Boozer to the deck to save it to Hamenya. He's on the drive into the paint. The floater is good. Hamenya's got 6, and Boozer's hustle helped build the lead back to 7. 51-44, 9:25 to go. They lob it up top, Cadeau. Left side of the paint, in on Gungba, nothing doing. Back pedals, reloads, drive Sarr, ran him over, whistle, reach-in foul. They're going to call that shooting? We'll see. They're talking about it. It's on Dame Sarr, and 2 free throws coming for Cadeau. 3rd on Sarr. He's the 3rd now with 3, joining Foster and Cameron Boozer.
Just over 9 minutes remaining for the Blue Devils to negotiate this foul situation.
I mean, how easy would that have been for Cameron Boozer to give up on that? The ball trickling towards midcourt. Instead, he saves it, and then it turns into a Hamenya bucket.
Yet another great play by Hamenya in this game.
And Cadeau's first free throw is good. That's his first point of the ball game. He came in averaging better than 10. Had 17 against Purdue.
Has not hit from the field yet. 0 for 4 from there.
As Dominique Sarr will have a seat with those 3 fouls. Caleb Foster back in. Cadeau's second free throw is good. So it's 51-46. Duke in front, 9:15 to go. Caleb Foster across midcourt, bodied up by Cadeau. Works with the left-hand dribble, back to the right. Knocked loose, but it came to Haminya. Lob it up top, Patrick Gungba. Trying to get it to Caden Boozer. Does. Right side of the paint. Goes in on Mara. Flipped it back to Gungba, who put it off the window and in. Tic-tac-toe. The lead back to 7.
What a great over-the-head pass by Caden Boozer at the end.
53-46. We're under 9 minutes to play. It's Johnson for Cadeau. Wants to drive. Tried to draw the foul on Foster. Missed the shot. Foul on Duke inside on the rebounding action. If that's Boozer, that's 4. It is, and that's a problem.
Ooh.
Cameron Boozer picks up his 4th. He's the first in the ball game with 4 with 8:42 to go.
Cam with 11 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists in this game, but now the biggest number on his line is 4 fouls.
This will be a 1-and-1 opportunity. The Blue Devil bench looking at a replay like they might want to appeal to see if this was a hook and hold, but now Boozer will have to come out with 8:42 to go. And it doesn't look like the Blue Devils are going to appeal. So Boozer sits with 8:42 to play in the ball game. 3 of his 4 fouls have come here in the second half. And it's Johnson to shoot 1-and-1, 79% on the year. And the right-handed free throw shooter hits the front end. He's up to 12. And as you look down at this lineup, John Roth, of Caden Boozer, Caleb Foster, Nicholas Haminya, Brown, and Gungba, we talk about the 2 leading scorers for the team are on the bench.
They're on, yeah, the guys that produce 37 points a game for this team, just under half of their points are not out there, Isaiah and Cam.
Johnson's second is good as well. 53-48, Duke by 5, 8:40 to go. Caden Boozer across midcourt. Crossing over, has some space, lobs it up top. Gungba wasn't ready, but fortunately looked at the last moment and caught it. And now he holds it high, hands it back to Caden Boozer. Off of a screen set by Gungba. Waits, got into the paint. Caden got it knocked loose, but it came to Brown inside. Waits back up top, into backcourt. Was it deflected? I don't think so. It's over to Michigan. And with 8:18 to go, a turnover for the Blue Devils gives it back to the Wolverines, and now their fans are making some noise as they trail by 5, 53-48, and Isaiah Evans will check back in.
And just what a great atmosphere in this building here for this February 21st contest between these 2 top teams. Oh, man.
Cadeau off of a screen set by Mara. Sends it back to him on the left. A handoff for Lindebord. Wade comes off of the screen. Lindebord sends it to the right. Cadeau now, 9 to shoot. Another screen. Johnson, they feed it to him inside on Gungba. Put the shoulder into him. Got it blocked! Peck got a piece. It's out of bounds and will stay with Michigan with 4 to shoot. 8:02 to play. 53-48. And it's Cadeau to inbound. Right baseline, right side of the hoop. And here we go. Waits. Still waits. Lobs it. Oh, it hit the underside of the backboard and fell into the arms of Brown. He was trying for the lob to Mara. And the Blue Devils have it back. Here's Caleb Foster across midcourt, leading by 5. Cadeau defending him out near midcourt. And now the Blue Devils call for time. It'll extend to a full. We'll take it as well. 7:47 to go. Duke up 53-48.
Breaking news. Multiply the Cash scratch-offs are here and have $1 billion in total prizes. Mike's live on the scene.
The word is out. And with so much cash up for grabs, everyone's getting in on this $1 billion. Grandma?
Out of my way, Mikey. Granny's on a roll.
You heard it here first, folks. Get in on $1 billion of wins with new Multiply the Cash from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning are 1 in 3.01 to 4.82. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
Down many ways, streets, and lanes all across America, you'll find Valero at your go-to gas station, volunteering with local charities, fueling communities 365 days a year, and generally being a good neighbor. So whether you're in Texas, Louisiana, or Tennessee, or right here in Durham, you can always depend on us getting you where you need to be, in life or on the road, right now.
A matchup we've got, folks. Just non-stop action. The energy is electric, and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
.47 to go. Duke by 5, 53-48. This game delivering as we expected. As the Blue Devils trying to knock off number 1. Duke number 3 in the most recent AP poll. Of course, the Wolverines took over when Arizona stumbled a week or so ago. Here in the second half, Duke has outscored Michigan 18-15. The Wolverines have only made 4 shots since halftime, but they're staying in it at the charity stripe where they're 6 for 6. The Blue Devils 1 of 3 at the line, and the free throw issues could be a thing as we head down the stretch, but the foul's already a problem. In the first half, Mara was the story for Michigan, picking up 3. Foster and Evans picked up 2 in the first half, but here in the second half, Duke has been whistled for 8, Michigan 4, and 3 of those 8 for the Blue Devils have been on Cameron Boozer, and he's been on the bench since the 8:42 mark with 4 fouls. Dame Sarr now has 3, Caleb Foster has 3. And for Michigan, Mara is still the only one with 3. So a lot to keep track of as we head down the stretch. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining, a full and a 30. Each head coach still has their challenge if needed. And you do wonder how long John Shire can go without the team's leading scorer, rebounder, and assist man here in the ball game. We were talking during the break. Maybe you try to get to the under 4. But that's still 3 minutes and 47 seconds plus away.
To get to that point. Certainly the defense has been up to the challenge here against this Michigan team. You mentioned 4 field goals made in this half. 4 out of 17 and just 1 out of 7 from the three-point line. So they are handling business pretty well on that end of the floor.
And of everything Boozer does well, one of the things that doesn't get talked about enough, he really doesn't get in foul trouble. I think he's only fouled out once, and that was up in East Lansing against Michigan State, and that came in the dying embers of that one. He's flirted with it over in Carolina. He got a couple in the first half, but never in serious foul trouble. But tonight, that certainly has changed.
In this second half.
The Blue Devils will send Nicholas Hamenya, Malik Brown, Isaiah Evans, Caleb Foster, and Patrick Gunga out there with this 5-point advantage out of the timeout. And Hamenya will inbound in front of Lindeborg. Waits, still waiting. Lobs it into backcourt. There's Caleb Foster. Brings it across midcourt. Cadeau there defensively. Waits, sends it up top for Gungba. Now looking to the right. Waiting, still waiting. Nothing doing, 2 to shoot. Foster going to have to fire. Did at the end of the shot clock. It wouldn't go, but they say he didn't get it off. Shot clock violation, and we've got another timeout. This will serve as the under 8 media timeout. 7.5 minutes to go. Duke still up 5, 53-48.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on the new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
The passion, the excitement, the tradition. This is Duke basketball from Learfield.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Well, 7:30 to go on the ball game. A lot of drama, as we expected here in Washington, D.C. The two best teams in the country by every metric going toe-to-toe. And Duke has the advantage, 53-48, but they are nursing foul trouble, to say the least. Their best player all year long, the best player in the country, Cameron Boozer, has 4. He's got 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists tonight, 1 of 3 in double figures. Gungba has 11 points and 5 rebounds. Hamenya, by the way, 7 rebounds in the ball game, 2 off his personal best he had at Michigan State. He's also got 6 points. He's given them great production here tonight. Caleb Foster is the other one in double figures. He's got 10. 2 in double figures for Michigan. Lindeborg and Johnson have combined for 31 of the 48. As the Blue Devils have really cracked the whip defensively here in the second half, holding Michigan below 24% shooting now. 4 of 17 and 1 of 7 from 3. Duke 40% in the second half, 43.5% overall, and 1 out of 6 from 3. And John Roth, I know you were keeping an eye on this all evening long. You shouted it out pregame. Really, the stat that jumps out to me, as big as Michigan is, only 5 offensive rebounds tonight. You look at the totals on the glass, pretty lopsided. Yeah, the Blue Devils out rebounding Michigan 35-23 overall. On the offensive glass, it's 11-5 in Duke's favor, and that's translated into really some good opportunities. Duke's got 14 second chance points to just 6 for the Wolverines, so it's made a difference so far, but we still got 7:30 to go. Duke with up a 5-point lead. And I look across, Cameron Boozer still sitting on the bench. So it'll be Caleb Foster, Isaiah Evans, Nicholas Hamenya, Malik Brown, and Patrick Gungba. Cadeau with it for Michigan out of the timeout. Sends it to Lindeborg. Waits between the legs, shovel to the left. Cadeau, a deep 3 off the wing. No, the rebound for Hamenya. So Michigan struggles from deep continue. Cadeau is 0 for 5. They don't have a field goal in more than 4 minutes. See if Duke can stretch this 5-point lead. Hamenya up top. It's Gungba now. Waiting, looks to the left. Now looks back to the right. Hands it off for Caleb Foster. Shot clock's already down to 10 as we go under 7 minutes to play. Foster wants to drive into the paint, peels out, 5 to shoot. To the right, Evans. He goes on the drive into the paint, right to the rack, dumped it off. Brown at the end of the shot clock, got it blocked, and Michigan out of there with it with Lindeborg. They hit it on the sideline. It's McKinney into the paint, blocked by Brown from behind. Get that out of there. And here's Hamenya the other way. 6.5 minutes to go. They still lead by 5. Into the paint, spins, lobs it back to midcourt wisely for Caleb Foster. One rejection deserves another. Foster looking to the left. It's Brown now. Back for Caleb Foster. Deep into the shot clock again, 9 to shoot. Caleb to the right, it's Evans. Lindeborg there. Isaiah on the drive, back pedals, launches, around and down on a long 2. He's got 10. The lead is 7. 55-48 as we approach 6 minutes to play. Cadeau on the drive, ran over Hamenya. Blocking foul, they say. Wow. Was he in the restricted area? Because it looked like he was set. Hamenya trying to stop the ball and stop a drive. His first foul. We'll get another look at a replay to see if he was set. As Cadeau went on the drive, maybe sliding at the last moment. He was definitely outside the restricted area. Definitely. But Michigan back to the line where they made all 6 of their attempts here in the second half. And Cadeau's first free throw is no good. 55-48, Duke still by 7, 6:02 to go. Trying to get lined up along the free throw line. And now Cadeau will have one more. The junior out of West Orange, New Jersey, got the second. All 3 of his points have come at the charity stripe, and it's 55-49. Duke by 6 with 6 minutes to go. Can you imagine trying to get this to the under 4 timeout, so going a little more deliberately offensively. As Foster drives, hangs, and hits in the paint. Foster has 12. 57-49. It's their biggest lead of the night at 8 with 5:42 to go. Lindeborg on the left baseline, spinning on Hamenya. Waits, drives, can't get by, reloads, tries again. Here comes a double team. Dumped it off for Johnson, who can't hit inside. Mara there to tap it home. He's got 6, and it's 57-51 with 5:25 to go.
They had missed their last 8 shots and added a field goal in almost 6 minutes before finally cashing in at the rim.
Now here's Foster bringing it across. Meanwhile, Blue Devils have made 4 of their last 5. Let's go Duke as a chant. Caleb Foster warming to the challenge. Sizing it up. McKinney there defensively. Comes off of a Gungba screen. Foster into the paint, puts it off the window. No, in the rebound for Michigan. 5 minutes to go in D.C. Duke by 6, 57-51. Lindeborg looking to the left, finds Cadeau. Cam Boozer head to the scorer's table to check in with those 4 fouls. Here's Morrow one-on-one with Gungba. Backs him down. Hooked him. Oh, it looked like a hook and hold. The Blue Devils might challenge that. They say for the moment the foul's on Gungba. I think they should take a peek. He grabbed his arm, John Roth.
Certainly looked like that from this distance. And they're talking about it.
You don't want to lose the timeout. 10th team foul sends Mara to the line for 2. Meanwhile, Gungba picks up his second. Mara is not a good free throw shooter at 49%. And John Shire trots to the scores table. They're not going to appeal this.
Mara has not been to the line yet today till now.
First attempt is good. So he's got 7. And Brown will come out as Boozer re-enters. The Duke lead is 5 with 4:47 to go. Mara will have one more. And the second attempt is good, so he knocks down a pair. And it's 57-53 with 4:45 to go. And now the Michigan fans come to their feet. Caleb Foster looking for Evans along the left sideline. Here come the Duke faithful. It's Foster with 17 to shoot. Sends it up top for Gungba. They sag off of him. 12 on the timer. It's Hamin. Nope, Gungba still. A handoff for Evans. 10 to shoot. Isaiah on the drive on Mara. Flipped it to Gungba, but couldn't handle it. And McKinney out of there with it. 4:20 to go. Duke still up 4, 57-53. In the left corner, it's Johnson. Looking for Mara. Back for Johnson. Slicing in. Got it blocked by Boozer. And Michigan got it back. Out for Lindeborg for 3. No, the rebound. Chased down by Lindeborg. We approach 4 minutes to play. Duke still by 4. On the left, McKinney now. Waiting. Comes off of a screen. 12 on the timer. Back pedals. Looks to Mara on the baseline. In on Gungba. Step through. Nothing doing. Flipped it to the corner. Cadeau. A touch pass for a Lindeborg 3. That's good. So Michigan crashing the offensive glass. He's got 21. And the Wolverines are back within 1. It's 57-56 with 3:40 to go. Everybody on their feet here at Capital One Arena. Michigan has scored the last 7. Foster weaving through some traffic, gets to the right, got inside, foul on Michigan. As McKinney picks up his 3rd, and we've got a timeout. 3:24 to go. Down the stretch we go in D.C. Duke leads at 57-56.
Are you ready to show your Duke pride wherever you go? Visit shop.duke.edu, your one-stop online store for all things Duke. From the latest apparel to must-have accessories, Duke University Stores has it all. Whether you're a student, alumni, or fan, shop.duke.edu has something for everyone. Get your hands on exclusive Duke gear today. Shop conveniently online at shop.duke.edu, where real Duke fans shop.
At Reed's Jewelers, we know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. So don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design. Because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Blue Devil Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
Hey, I'm Coach John Shire with Duke Men's Basketball. For our team, preparation starts long before tip-off. Every practice, every play, and every recovery matters. If a player is injured, they need expert care fast. That's why we count on Duke Orthopedics for quick access to world-class care, and you can too. From Cameron and North to locations throughout the Triangle, they have experts to help keep you in the game. Don't let pain bench you. Duke Orthopedics is ready when you are.
Orthopedic appointments within 48 hours. Duke Health is ready when you are. Visit DukeHealth48.com to schedule an orthopedic appointment.
kind of what we expected tonight between Duke and Michigan. The two best teams in the country going toe-to-toe, and for the moment, the Blue Devils have a 1-point lead, 57-56. The Blue Devils took a lead before halftime on 2 Patrick Gungba free throws, and they haven't trailed since. It was 35-33 at intermission, but Michigan has scored the last 7 to get back within 1. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining, a full to 30. Each head coach has their challenge. Michigan's in the double bonus, shooting 2 uncommon fouls. Duke is yet to reach the bonus. Michigan's been whistled for 5. Foul trouble abounds up and down the lineup for John Shire. Cameron Boozer has 4. Caleb Foster and Dame Sarr each with 3. For Michigan, McKinney and Mara have 3 apiece. The possession error resides with Michigan, and the Blue Devils will be inbounding with a fresh 20 after that McKinney foul along the right sideline. Just in front of David Rubenstein, a familiar name to Duke faithful. Also with Nina King, our Vice President and Director of Athletics, sitting on the seats down below. Just in front of us, as we said, opposite the Blue Devils bench, are 2 Charlotte Hornets. Con Knipple and Zion James. They're going to play here tomorrow night against the Wizards. It's been tight throughout. Duke a moment ago had their biggest lead at 8 before Michigan has ripped off this 7-0 run. Duke hasn't scored in about 2.5 minutes. Michigan led by 5 early, but the entire game played in a 13-point blanket. And we'll see who can make the plays down the stretch.
Yeah, Duke hasn't scored since the Blue Devils got Caleb Foster in the lane for that pull-up to go up 57-49, and since then, it's been the 7-0 Michigan run that's made it a 1-point game with 3:24 left.
The Blue Devils have 1 3 here in the second half. It came from Isaiah Evans. He and Foster each with 2. Sarr's got 1. 3 of the 5 threes for Michigan have come from Yaxel Lindenborg, who's only 30% from 3 on the year. Johnson has 1, and Kaysen has 1. It'll be Caleb Foster, Isaiah Evans, Dame Sarr, Cameron Boozer, and Patrick Gungba, the 5 that started the game. The Blue Devils get it in for Gungba. Looking back door, the lob to Evans, and he dunks it down. What a play call out of the timeout, and the lead back to 3.
Great back screen by Boozer to get Evans open.
59-56, 3:09 to go. Cadeau on the left, sends it up top for Mara. Gungba there defensively. Holds it high, backdoor Cadeau in on Boozer. Missed the layup, and Boozer's got the rebound. And now Caleb Foster will walk it across. We're under 3 minutes to play. Foster surveys, bounces one for Gungba. 15 to shoot. Looks to the left. There's Cameron Boozer. Johnson defending. A screen from Gungba. 9 to shoot. Boozer sizing it up. Wants to drive. Goes in on Mara. Got to the rack. Got fouled. Didn't get the call. Got his own rebound back up. This time he is fouled. And he'll shoot 2. And the foul on Mara is his 4th.
Boozer dealing with all kinds of congestion in the lane that time, trying to get that shot off. Finally gets the call at the end to go to the line.
They're going to go to the monitor to see if the foul occurred before the shot clock violation. Looked from our vantage point like he got hit on the initial drive. They let that go, then called it the second time. And now we're going to see it's not when the shot attempt happens, it's when the whistle blows for the foul. Goodness, he got raked over the arms on the first attempt. The second attempt, he goes back up with 1 on the shot clock, and that's when the contact occurs. And now we look at the officials. When does the arm go up? It's very up. Close with the end of the shot clock.
Yeah.
Clock violation, 2 shots for Duke.
Well, his arm was up when it hit 0, so good decision, good work.
Good stick-to-itiveness, and he's got his double-double. 15th of the season, 11 and 10. And a quick peek. 4 of those have come on the offensive glass. And now, that break did give him a chance to catch his breath after that heavy battle inside. He'll shoot 2 on the 16th on Michigan, a shooting foul. And the first attempt is on the way, and good. Man, a lot of pressure on the shoulders of a freshman, but those are broad shoulders that have carried a lot of teams over the years.
Certainly has, and he is a solid free throw shooter, basically 3 out of 4 kind of guy at the line.
Second attempt can build the lead back to 5. on the way. Got them both. 61-56, 2.5 minutes to go. Duke in front here in D.C. Cadeau to the right. Waits, nothing doing. Into the corner, Lindebor goes inside Mara. One-on-one with Gungba. Spins to the baseline, scoops and scores. Mara with the bucket inside brings Michigan back within 3 with 2:13 to go. He's up to 8. 61-58. Now it's Duke's turn. Foster with it. Defended up top by McKinney. 2 minutes to go in D.C. Gungba whips it inside Foster. One dribble out for Boozer for 3. Big time! Boozer delivers. The lead is 6. 1:47 to go. Cadeau on the left, in the pocket, Johnson on Gungba, nothing doing, back out for Cadeau for 3, and the answer for Michigan. His first field goal makes it 64-61, 90 seconds to go in Washington, D.C. Michigan, some token full court pressure, they back out of it pretty quickly. As Foster brings it across, got to get across, he's got 3 seconds to do so, does just in time. Foster dribbles to the right. Boozer catches out near midcourt. Johnson on him. 1:10 to go, 12 to shoot. Boozer sizing it up. Waits. A screen from Evans. Turns it down. Drives inside. Spins on Johnson. Steps through. Got it blocked. Goaltend called. And the lead back to 5. And they're going to review it with 1:01 to go. Under 2 minutes, the officials can do that on their own. They can only do it if they call it, likely why they default calling it. And as the officials go to the monitor, needless to say, a pivotal review. Likely, if they deem it not to be a goaltend, the possession error will give it to Michigan because the ball was loose when they blew the whistle. Now we wait and see if it is a goaltend. On the shot, Morris got in front of the rim. I think it's on the way down, but I'm not exactly objective.
Well, it's not over the basket.
Well, that doesn't matter. That's just the arc of the ball as the officials take a look. If it's on the way down and they deem it as a chance to go in, it's a goaltend with 1:01 to go. Needless to say, a pivotal call. Is it 5 or 3? Either way, Michigan's going to have the ball, and we'll get the decision.
After review, the call of goaltending is confirmed on the floor. 2 points.
A popular call for the Duke faithful. And now you need to stop. How about the atmosphere here in D.C.? Everybody on their feet. 66-61. Cadeau for the Wolverines will bring it across. He's greeted by Dame Sarr. Into the final minute now. Cadeau dribbles to the right. Gungba crashes at him and reaches in and fouls him. On the shot, it'll be 2 for Cadeau, and that's the third on Patrick Gungba. Would have been 2 either way. Michigan in the double bonus, and with 51.4 to go, the Wolverines to the line. That was a good call. He reached in there.
And not the absolute best free throw shooter to send up there. 65%. He's made a couple today. 3 out of 4, actually.
Michigan 11 of 16 to the line, but 9 of 10 since halftime, make it 10 out of 11 as Cadeau's up to 7. Foster back in. Caden Boozer will come back in for offense as Dame Sarr will come out. Or at least I think that's what's going on with his ability to create for others. And with 2 timeouts in the final minute, we'll likely see Dame Sarr the next time Michigan has the basketball. One more attempt for Cadeau, trying to make it a one-possession game. Got them both. So it's 66-63 with 51.4 to go. They lob it to midcourt. Caden Boozer catches. Michigan doesn't have to foul. 47 seconds to go. They send it to Cameron Boozer. Johnson defending. 41 seconds now. 20 on the shot clock. Caden Boozer holding out near midcourt. Drifts to the left. 13 to shoot. 33 seconds to play. Duke by 3. It's Cameron Boozer calling for a screen from Gungba. Turns it down, feeds it to the big fella to the rack, put it up, didn't get the roll, got his own rebound. Shot clock off. It's to the left to Caleb Foster. Michigan's got a foul. They haven't yet. Now they put 15 on the shot clock, 2 seconds of differential, and Cadeau fouls Evans with 14.6 to go. And Duke up by 3, 66-63. The 7th team foul will send the second best free throw shooter in the ACC to the line for a 1-and-1.
Isaiah Evans in this game has not been to the line yet.
The officials are going to the monitor to look at what? Maybe the clock? Right now it's at 14.6.
The previous play is under review to make sure that the ball did hit the rim correctly, killing the shot clock.
All right, we'll take a peek. I certainly thought it did. That was the shot from Gungba. Would have been another beautiful feed from Boozer if he could finish. It did, ricocheting off the rim.
No question
after
about
it hit the backboard. And that is a very quick review.
Determined that the ball did hit the rim, and the shot clock was correctly shut off.
And now Evans, who's 73 of 83 at the line this year, set to shoot his first free throw of the ball game. It's a 1-and-1. Needless to say, perhaps the most important free throw of his career to make it a two-possession game with 14.6 to go. A young career at that, just a sophomore. We'll talk about someone who's not afraid of the moment. So often we think of him as a jump shooter, but he showed so many facets to his game over the course of the season, both on defense and on offense. And free throw shooting has been there throughout. Front end of the 1-and-1 can make it a two-possession game. And the right-handed free throw shooter calmly hits the first. He's got 13. And with 14.6 to go, Duke by 4. One more for Evans, can build it to 5. On the way. Got them both. Cold-blooded. And a timeout taken by John Shire. We'll break for 30 with Duke up 68-63.
Hey, I'm Coach John Shire with Duke men's basketball. For our team, preparation starts long before tip-off. Every practice, every play, and every recovery matters. If a player is injured, they need expert care fast. That's why we count on Duke Orthopedics for quick access to world-class care. And you can too. From Cameron Indoor to locations throughout the Triangle, they have experts to help keep you in the game. Don't let pain bench you. Duke Orthopedics is ready when you are.
Orthopedic appointments within 48 hours. Duke Health is ready when you are. Visit DukeHealth48.com to schedule an orthopedic appointment.
Back here in D.C., Duke by 5, 68-63, 14.6 to go. And it'll be Michigan in possession, trailing by 5. The Blue Devils' last field goal, that Cameron Boozer 3. That built it to 6. Everything they needed. Down the stretch, he's given them. 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. Now here's Michigan sprinting across midcourt. 12 seconds to go. They trail by 5. Cadeau on the left. Up top, Burnett a 3. No, the rebound fought for. Into the arms of Dame Sarr. Now Caleb Foster ahead to Evans. And a dunk to say goodnight. 70-63. Duke gets it done. It's over in D.C. The Blue Devils win this heavyweight battle between the top two teams in the country. Evans punctuated it, and Cameron Boozer led him the entire way. 18, 10, and 7 for the player of the year, I think we could say at this point. Not just in the ACC, but in the country. And Evans, with a two-hand hammer, finishes the night with 16. In the end, they won it by 7, and Michigan only had 30 points after halftime. 70-63, the final score. Duke a winner tonight in D.C., and our postgame show is headed your way next.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations.